Okay, so in the previous video, I showed you what the Raycast extension for Paystack can do, and in this video, I want to show you um how it works, how I built it, and you might learn a thing or two in order for you to build your own Raycast extension for whatever service you want to build the extension for. So let's get into it. Hello there, friend. So it has come to my attention that about 95% of the people who watch the videos on this channel don't subscribe. My goal is to get that number down to 50%. So if you're watching this video and you've liked it so far, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. I would really appreciate if you do. Now let's get back into the video. Okay, so to get started building a Raycast extension, the folks at Raycast have really made it super easy to do. So all you have to do is open Raycast and do create extension. So it's gonna you can see like it's for developers. When you hit that, of course I don't want to create any extension right now, but if you hit that, you could see like they're guiding you with the extension title. So you put your extension title here, put your description, put the categories it belongs to, and also like a location. So in my laptop, I have like a green dots, of course, as a pointer head, and 687 is where all my code lives, and then Raycast extensions folder is where all Raycast extensions and building live. And then you could now do your command. So you could put the command title, the subtitle, the description. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the subtitle, which at first I didn't. So at first, so let me just spill right now. So at first, so you would think like if you put like search projects, you give like it would be like your subtitle will be defining the will be describing the command title, but that's not the case at all. All right. Like the case is the subtitle should be like a keyword that would also make it easy for users of your extension to find specific commands that you are given. So for example, if you go back to the Paystack extension, so you could see I'm hitting Paystack, right? Like you could see like the command is called search transaction, but hitting Paystack will bring up all the Paystack extensions. So the Paystack here are the subtitles. So at first I had to do like search transaction that I describe what search transaction is. And then when I submitted the PR, I was told that okay, like this is not the way to do it. And then they pointed me like to the docs, and then I read about the subtitle, and which was really good. And that and you really, if you're going to build a Raycast extension, the docs that they've made for building extension are really detailed, and you'd like learn a lot from just using the extension, from just reading the docs. Okay, so back to the create extension. So when you do this, you could, put in as much command as you want. You could select the template. So there are templates you could show, submit form, whether could be menu bar extra to so much, or you could find more details in the docs. You could open the docs here. And so you could add as much command as you want, and then when you're done, you create extension, and then they're going to generate a project for you. So this is the project that was generated for me. And if we check, I'm just going to close this one now. So you just see like the top level. So this is what you're going to get, and it's all TypeScript. I had to write TypeScript for this one, even though I'm not a big fan, but it wasn't very much painful. I sort of enjoyed myself. So you see the source where your code live, and metadata is going to be like screenshots of the extension, which is going to be shown in the Raycast store, and the assets will be like your extension icon, which is in this case the Paystack icon. Okay, and if you want to generate icon, you could also use like the Raycast icon maker, which lets you generate like really good icons as well. I think I used it for this one. Just get the Paystack logo and then use the icon maker to put like the white rounded rectangular background. And so this is like for the meta. So you just take like screenshots, and you could see the screenshots and stuff, which will be shown so that folks would know what the extension have for them. What else do we have? So yeah, I showed this one and the rest. So that's it. So let's just dive into the source really. So in the source, I want to show you package.json first. So when you pick the commands, they will be populated in the property in your package.json called commands, which are all these. Like commands and array and take all this is where it's going to live. So this you could manually add commands if you want as well. So because the UI is just like a really nice abstraction over you adding commands yourself. So the preferences, which is what we're using to store like the secret key, and this is how you define it. So, and you said if it's required, that's why when you still install the extension, it asks you on the get-go, like you have to break this because I say they are all required. And so you could put like your the type is password because secret, we don't want to expose that. And then also for a test script, and then there's the mode. And here you could also be like type drop down. That's why the mode you see like a drop down, and then we get to set like the data for that drop down and also set a default. I default it to live because of course you might, as I mentioned, you want to say like live data, but as a developer, you can switch from the preferences. You could switch the mode from your preferences. And so yeah, so that's it. And you just see like the dependencies installed at just Raycast slash API, Raycast slash utils. I really like that they're just minimal dependencies here, which is really kudos to the Raycast team. So let's see a couple of extension now. So they are all, so you write a Raycast extension in React. So using GXS, but of course, so you TypeScript, use TXS. So let's see one of my favorite one, like the search payout. And I will tell you a couple of things. So if you check it out, like Raycast API expose a lot of components. So they have like UI component that you just use so that everything remain consistent. So from there, you could get like an action panel, list, an action, an icon, show toast, the toast notification that will show if you're doing stuff, and also like toast. And then open extension preferences. So if you want to open the extension preferences, so I put this in like so let's see, search transactions, for example. If I come here, you can open preference. So I put this in like open preference command, but you could also right click on the extension and also see that as well. So if we open the preference, you could see the preferences. So you could see like this one is secret, this and this one, like you could switch. So if you want to switch the mode, you could do it here. All right. So and you could see this is, if you know React, all gonna be easy for you. So I have like Paystack dashboard URL. So this these ones are my hooks. So I have like a hook called Paystack. Let me show you this hook. Kind of interesting. So what this hook does is like tell us what we're going to get the preference because we're going to determine what environment we are going to query based on the mode. And of course, we're going to need the secret key. So we say if the mode is equal to live, use live secret key. If it's test, or if not, just use test secret key. So you could see like, so we're getting the preferences here. And then we have like a paystack fetch. So this paystack fetch takes in an endpoint and options, which are the requesting it. So if you want to pass in, so if you want to pass in like payload. So if there's no secret key, then we're going to complain. No API key provided, please add your paystack secret key in preferences. Just by like if there's that happening anyway, then we set its loading to true. So that will use it to show like a loading spinner. Then we do like a try. So we have the base URL. I'm going to tag in it. So you don't have to put the full qualifier URL every time. Just put the endpoint and you're going to concatenate it with the base URL. And then we'll do like the bearer with the secret key. Then we'll pass in the options. Then pass in the options here, which is like a data. Then we do our widget JSON. If it's not okay, we complain with the error message provided if there is, or we just give an error code. Then we store data as paystack response. You know where. So here, so I have types that define like paystack. So this is a type. It's an interface with the status boolean because paystack will always return status, which would be like true or false. Then message, then the data. Right. Then I have various types here for like different things, transaction, even currency, and the supported currencies are also here as well. So moving on, like we catch for errors, set is loading to false every time finally. I like using finally, like it's if to set it twice just to finally. So whether it's an error or a success, it will always run this block of code. Then now we're returning this from this hook. We're returning is loading, returning errors, and we're returning a couple of helpers to get post. Instead of doing paystack fetch, we just do like we have this little aliases like get, post, put, delete. All right. So moving on. So with that, now we could, so for this payout, so payout I also generated like a type for it, but since it's only this component or this command is going to use the payout interface, I did not see the need to put it in the types, so just put it as close to the command that needs it. And then export default function command, You could see like, so there's a format currency that I also created. Let's check what that bad boy does. So use format currency. So this is what it just does. Use callback, and we just normalize the amount because of course the currency is always going to be in the smallest denomination. So if it's dollars, it's cents. If it's naira, it's kobo. Then I use that to do the things. Then also map. Um, this is to make sure that we show the appropriate symbol based on the currency code. All right, so we're using Intel number format. So this is how we get the locale. Okay, so now we'll pass the dates because the date is going to come in a format that is not human friendly. So we got to pass that date. Then like use get because this is like a get request, and also like set. So we're going to set the current status so that we could filter. So that drop down that show success, abandon, failed. Like okay, like so this is payout. So the drop down that will show pending, um, pending, processing, then success. This is how we set the current status so that we could filter with the status. And then I'm just use cache point. So by firstly, I was using use effect, which will run. So use effect with an empty array, with an empty dependency array, which will run this the action like when there's component mount or this command component mount. But then when I submitted the PR, I was referred to using use cached promise. So I like this a lot because when you use cached promise, it's not going to make too much network. Also, if you use effect, anytime you open the command, it's going to make. So if I open the command 5 seconds ago and I do it now, it's going to make a call. But we use cache promise, it's not going to make that call. If so, it uses the still while validate. I'm going to butcher that one, but it uses a form of strategy. I think it should be still while revalidate something like that, but hold me to that one. So using a caching strategy that way makes it so you don't have to make too much network requests when you call like get settlement or something. So if I call get settlement now, I call it again, it's going to just return really quickly because we're going to use the cache to response. So here, if it's successful, status is response to status is true. Of course, we show the toast payouts fetched successfully. Then we could filter the payouts like so. We could filter it based on like the payout ID, the payout currency, then the status. And literally that's it. Then for the actual UI, we're using the list from Raycast. You get to see like how we could pass in a placeholder, then non-search text change so that we set search text, and then we'll do some filtering, then it's loading, we'll pass in it's loading as well. And here we're using like dot map from the filter payouts to put like a list item and everything. So it's just super easy. I would link to the extension because it's open source and live on the Raycast extension repo. Super easy. So the same way for every other thing. So you could like, and you could just filter through any command, just the same logic and all that. So like for check balance, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. Super easy. This is my first extension, my first Breakcast extension, and you could see like how easy it was to build. Okay, so I hope you learned a thing or two, and I'm going to, so if you build an extension like from, or you were inspired to build an extension from this Paystack extension I built, I would definitely love to hear about it. So leave a comment below as well. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you on the next one.